one day after being found responsible for sexual abuse and defamation. Former President Trump is scheduled to face a town hall audience. A violent attack caught on camera.
Really should be stepping in and making sure that he's not back on the streets.
The random victim is a Florida gas station clerk. And today is a rare day in South Florida sports with two closeout games happening at the same time.
Sam Reinhart gives the Panthers a 3-0 lead in the series.
These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Hello, South Florida. I'm Hawa Ezel.
I'm Kelly Sanchez. Today is Wednesday, May 10th, 2023.
Live from the FIU Lee Kaplan School of Journalism and Media, this is SFMN Newsbreak.
Town hall tonight, President Trump facing a crowd of primary voters just a day after his legal team faced a major defeat. Former President Donald Trump is expected to take questions in a CNN town hall tonight.
CNN reporter Karen Kaifa is in Manchester, New Hampshire this morning with a preview on the latest of Trump's legal headwinds.
Just yesterday, a federal jury found former President Trump liable for sexually abusing and defaming the writer E. Jean Carroll. It's a verdict that Trump described as a disgrace. Tonight here in New Hampshire, he is scheduled to take questions in a CNN town hall amid other legal clouds. Not just that verdict, but other investigations and an indictment. Writer E. Jean Carroll leaving Manhattan federal court with her attorney on Tuesday after a jury found that former President Donald Trump sexually abused her in a department store dressing room in 1996. The jury awarded Carroll nearly $5 million in the civil battery and defamation case. Trump called the verdict a continuation of the greatest witch hunt of all time in a post on Truth Social. His attorney promised an appeal.
He's firm in his belief, as many people are, that he cannot get a fair trial in New York City.
The verdict not Trump's only legal problem. A special counsel appointed by U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland is investigating Trump's alleged involvement in the January 6, 2021 Capitol insurrection and his handling of classified documents. And last month in Manhattan, Trump pleaded not guilty to 34 felony criminal charges of falsifying business records for his alleged role in a hush money scheme around payments to an adult film star. While an investigation into Trump's efforts to overturn the 2020 election in Georgia could yield charges this summer. Tonight, Trump is slated to take questions from New Hampshire voters in a town hall hosted by CNN, who he repeatedly derided as fake news during his presidency. With a handful of challengers announcing or considering bids, he remains the Republican frontrunner in most polls. And voters here in New Hampshire will be among the first to weigh in on Trump and the others in the Republican primary field. Their contest among the first on the calendar in 2024. In Manchester, New Hampshire, I'm Karen Kaifa.
A surveillance video shows the moment a gas station clerk was attacked. She is now recovering from 9 stab wounds. A man faces charges for the violent incident, which took place about an hour outside Orlando. A camera captured the attack. It was a random attack on a racetrack worker that happened Monday before 5 a.m. She was stocking shelves at the store. She put up a fight and was able to escape, but so did the suspect. A camera behind a karate studio close by caught the suspect, Mark Tucker, hiding behind a bus. The owner notified the police, and the suspect was arrested shortly after.
Someone really should be stepping in and making sure that he's not back on the streets.
The clerk is expected to survive.
The FBI says a man allegedly installed a hidden camera in a public bathroom on Royal Caribbean cruise ship which departed from Port Miami. According to the criminal complaint, Jeremy Froas boarded the Harmony of the Seas late last month. He allegedly installed the camera in a bathroom on the ship's top deck. Several days later, another passenger noticed and reported it. Hours of footage were found on the camera, including videos of more than 150 people. At least 40 appear to be minors. He was charged with video voyeurism and attempting possession of child exploitation material.
A father near Ocala is in trouble with his son's school this morning, accused of hitting an employee. The alleged incident happened on a school bus and was caught on camera by another student. A report by the Marion County Sheriff's Office says 50-year-old Esdras Burgess Cruz went to his son's bus stop last week, unhappy with his son being suspended from the bus. He had been told he couldn't get on, but did anyway, according to the report.
If I hear something else about my son, you're gonna see what's gonna happen.
We never allow adults on a bus. in this kind of a situation, let alone somebody who just barges on.
The report says at this moment, Burgie's Cruz struck the victim in the chest. He denied touching the victim.
We certainly don't allow our students to behave in the manner in which this adult behaved. A bad example, certainly.
The day after the bus incident, a student told a deputy assigned to the middle school about the video, and Burgie's Cruz was arrested.
In this day and age, there's a cell phone everywhere. We have no privacy, and so someone came forth with video from that altercation, if you will, from that encounter, and provided that, and we provided that to law enforcement.
A reporter from WESH2 News in Orlando spoke to Burgie's Cruz on the phone briefly. He refused an in-person meeting but made the claim that he only grabbed a paper from the employee and didn't strike anyone. A report says at the same time Burgie's Cruz grabbed the paper, he's accused of slapping the victim's chest and grabbing the lanyard around the victim's neck. According to district officials, students are constantly told that if they see something, say something. They believe those lessons are responsible for helping the student with cell phone video of the incident with the decision to turn it in.
A substitute teacher in the Central Florida area is facing charges this morning. Eustis police say the substitute Jennifer Hale let a 7th grader take a hit off of her vape pen. After asking the student if he wanted a hit, she told him not to report it. According to the police report, she was escorted off campus after admitting what happened. She said, "I just wanted to fit in."
The state of Florida says it has rejected more than a third of the social studies textbook submitted for approval. When submitted materials were initially reviewed, only 19 out of 101 were approved. Governor Ron DeSantis has been openly critical of teaching America's racial history in the classroom because he says that might indoctrinate students to, quote, hate the U.S. It's not clear that it is the case here, but the Florida DOE says it is making sure the social studies coursework focuses on historical facts and is completely free from ideological rhetoric.
What started as a family vacation turned into a very tragic loss for this Iowa family. Reporter Megan Malado has more on the story.
You sing with me? You are my sunshine, my only sunshine.
How much would it mean to you to have Bruce found?
If I had all the money in the world, I would give it to whoever found him, honestly.
Liz Atkinson says she was on a trip to Florida with her husband and son, Sebastian, visiting the beaches and the theme parks when somewhere along the way they lost a stuffed animal named Bruce.
I remember Sebastian holding him, but my husband got off the boat with him first and he's the one that buckled him. Part of me just wonders, did it fall out in the parking lot in the orange ramp at Disney Springs and we just didn't know?
The family had to return home but posted this on Facebook, a plea for the public's help finding Bruce, a task close to their hearts, not because of Bruce's cute and cuddly appearance, but because of where he's been and what's inside him.
Bruce has been at every hospitalization. There's far too many to count. He's been with my son, every procedure. My son that's surviving holds Bruce and cries when he's missing his brother.
Atkinson's other son, Gabriel, passed away just days shy of his 8th birthday due to a number of medical issues. His ashes were placed inside the stuffed animal, which the family took to Disney in honor of him because he always wanted to go. Now, Atkinson says hundreds of people have messaged her about finding Bruce, hundreds of strangers offering to help.
People that don't even know me have stepped up and said, we'll go look for you. We can't imagine. And like I said, people have spent their whole days off just retracing my steps for me and talking to people and just trying to get it out there. So hopefully wherever he is, he gets back home.
You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.
Megan Malado, WESH2 News.
A late night for Marlins fans as the team played a game out west.
That's still ahead, and so is this story.
Kick, Martin, drive, and slam! Go Gudis, a wrist shot, score!
The Panthers and the Heat have their biggest game of the postseason so far, both on the same night. Newsbreak will be back in 2 minutes.
See us dream. See us remember. See us protest.
You matter. Your feelings matter. Your identity matters. Everything about who you are matters.
See us fight back. See us rebuild. See us shatter stereotypes. See us inspire. See us united. See us now.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
Tonight is a big night for both Panthers and Heat fans. Elimination Wednesday, a special day in South Florida sports as both the Heat and the Panthers look to advance to their respective conference finals.
The Miami Heat will look to eliminate the New York Knicks in Game 5 played at Madison Square Garden. The Panthers have the chance to sweep the Toronto Maple Leafs in Game 4 at home. The Heat's Jimmy Butler and the Panthers' Sergei Bobrovsky continue to lead their teams through tough playoff runs, and the momentum is very high for both squads going into tonight.
He's playing with a lot of energy. It's very contagious. Everybody follows suit, and he's going to be a big part of why we win this next one, too.
It's hockey, and everything could happen. So it's tomorrow is a new game, and everything starts from 0-0.
The Florida Panthers will take the ice first at 7 p.m. That game is on ESPN. The Miami Heat storms the court in New York to face the Knicks at 7:30 p.m. That game is on TNT.
The Marlins find a Diamondback in the rough and the Crew's victory to the second game of the series against the Arizona Diamondbacks. Miami set the tone with a run scored in the first inning and kept the hot streak going in the second inning with a home run by Jorge Soler to grow the lead to 4. Arizona tried to bounce back, but Soler sealed the game with another home run in the 5th inning. The final score was Marlins 6, Diamondbacks 2. The series is split 1-1 as Miami will play Arizona again today at 3:40 p.m. Stick around because Newsbreak will be back in a moment.
Severe weather can strike anytime, anywhere, but there's a simple way to stay safe. Hey, Jim Cantore here. I stay safe in dangerous weather by planning ahead. You can stay safe too with a few easy steps. Build an inexpensive kit with supplies for your family's needs. Write down important information like phone numbers and medications. Always talk with your family and remember any pets in your planning. Be ready, be safe. Start your plan today at ready.gov/plan.
I don't know why you're so sad. You've got a roof over your head.
You gotta stop with that depression stuff. That's what white people think. You all right?
It just feels like it's coming from everywhere.
Do you want to talk about it?
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad.
Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
If you're buzzed and doing this, to make yourself feel okay to drive,
ZWX.
You're not okay to drive.
YGKLVW. Regular you.
Well, that is all the time we have for Newsbreak. I'm Hawa Ezel.
I'm Kelly Sanchez. Get more news anytime at sfmn.fiu.edu.